Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to solve rational equations now. The whole idea between adding and subtracting rational functions was to set you up for solving rational equations. So now, ladies and gentlemen, just ignore this right side right now. Let's go ahead and simplify this side here, the way we did it in class. And the way we did it in class, ladies and gentlemen, is simple. We multiplied 2 times 1, we got 2. And then we added x times 1, which was x. All of that was going to be over x times 2, or 2x. Now that's going to equal to 4. Well, we can turn any number into a fraction by putting it over 1. Now, multiply. 4 times 2x, that's 8x. Multiply 2 plus x times 1, and you get 2 plus x. This is an algebra 1 equation, ladies and gentlemen. Minus x from both sides, or subtract x from both sides, you'll get 7x equal to 2. Now you'll have 7x equal to 2. Divide both sides by 7. Cancel that out to 1. X is going to equal to 2 over 7. And leave it as a fraction. It's fine. There's no problem with having fractions as our rational equation answers. Okay? All right, let's look at the next example. The next example gets a little bit more difficult, but it's still the same stuff. So check this out. 7 times 2, 14. X plus 5 times 1 is just x plus 5. All that's going to be over 7 times x plus 5. I like to put the 7 in the front, but you could put the 7 in the back. It does not matter. That's going to equal to negative 3. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. We're going to get 19 plus x over 7 times x plus 5. And that's going to equal negative 3. All right. Well, let's change this into a fraction. And we're going to cross multiply. I'm going to multiply negative 3 times this denominator. That'll give me negative 21 x plus 5, and that's going to equal 19 plus x times 1, which is just 19 plus x. Now we have to distribute this 21 here, so we're going to get negative 21x minus 105. And that's going to be 19 plus x. Again, an algebra 1 problem. Let's subtract x from both sides. That cancels to 0. This will give us negative 22x minus 105 equals 19. We're going to add 105 to both sides. That cancels to 0. You got negative 22x equals 19 plus 105 is 124. And we're going to divide both sides by negative 22 so that we get our answer. X is going to equal 124 over negative 22. Or we could simplify this by 2. And that would give us negative 62 over 11. Which is an acceptable answer either way. Simplify fractions or not, but just try to solve those equations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at example number 3. In example number 3, like I told you in class, we don't always have to simplify these rational expressions the same way. If you look at the second fraction here, all it's missing is a 5 in the denominator. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 5. If I do that, look what happens. I actually get a common denominator. So 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31, over 5x squared equals 1. I can turn a 1 into a fraction by putting it 1 over 1, and then we cross multiply. 5x squared times 1 is 5x squared. And 31 times 1 is 31. We're going to divide both sides by 5. We'll have x squared equal to 31 over 5. And from Algebra 2, you should remember that you have to take the square root of both sides to solve this. That's going to cancel out. We'll have x equal to plus or minus the square root of 31 over 5. Y'all, I don't want decimals. This is the exact answer, so just leave it like that. I know it looks ugly, but it's what we like to look at when we see fractions. Okay, let's move on to example number 4. Example number 4 does get more complicated, y'all, and this is going to involve the use of the calculator. So if you don't have access to the calculator, which you do in class, but if you don't have access outside of class, you can always use Desmos. And I'm going to do this example with the calculator from the class. I'll use the second example with the calculator from Desmos. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at this equation one more time, ladies and gentlemen. To simplify this, remember, we're going to multiply the x minus 2 times the 1, so that'll give me x minus 2. And then we're going to add x plus 5 times 1, which is just x plus 5. All of that's going to be over x plus 5 times x minus 2. And that equals to 2. Let's simplify the top here. X plus x will give us 2x. And negative 2 plus 5 will give me positive 3. All that's going to be over. I was debating whether or not I should do this, but yeah, I'm going to write it as x plus 5 times x plus 2 equals 2 over 1. Now I'm going to cross multiply. Once again, I'm going to multiply the 2 times this, which will give me 2 times x plus, oh, that looks ugly, x plus, I can't write pluses, 5 times x minus 2. This is bothering me. Why is it doing this to me? Alright, so I'm going to get 2 times x plus 5 and x minus 2. And then I'm going to have this side multiplied here, so that's going to be 2x plus 3. Alright. Now, I'm going to remind you of something that you did back in Algebra 2, and that is multiplying polynomials. So, using windows or FOIL or whatever it is, and we'll practice this in class a little bit, when you multiply this x plus 5 times x plus 2, what you're going to get is, you're going to get x squared plus 3x minus 10, and that equals 2x minus 3, or plus 3, sorry. Now I'm going to distribute the 2 inside to all 3 of these. I should get 2x squared plus 6x minus 20 equals 2x plus 3. Now, I'm going to subtract 2x and subtract 3 from this side. So minus 2x minus 3 on this side too. These cancel out to 0. And this will be 2x squared plus 4x. And this comes out to negative 23. Well, how do we solve these? Well, there's several ways to solve it, but the fastest way to solve it, ladies and gentlemen, is to go to our calculator, go to menu, add a graph, and we're going to put 2x squared plus 4x minus 23. Let me just verify that that's what it was. Yep, that's what it was. And we want to find out where this crosses the x-axis. Now, if you look, it doesn't cross at a nice place here, so These calculators make it super easy to find the point of intersection. So what you're going to want to press is Menu, go to Analyze Graph, pick 0. Now you see this dotted line? What you want to do is put this dotted line to the left of where it crosses the x-axis, then put it to the right of where it crosses the x-axis, and then it gives you the answer, negative 4.54. And we need to find the other one. So we're going to press Menu, Analyze Graph, 0, and we do the same thing. Put the dotted line to the left, put the dotted line to the right, and there you have your zeros. We don't have to factor it. We don't have to use quadratic formula. We don't have to do any of that stuff. You have the calculator, bam, it gives us both answers. I'll show you how to do this with Desmos. It's actually easier with Desmos too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do our last example. Ready? Go ahead and copy this one down, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, sorry. I don't know why that's there. Copy this last example down. Pause the video. And now that you've unpaused it, we're going to go ahead and do this math here. Ready? It's going to be 4 times x plus 3 and 7 times x minus 6. That's going to be over x minus 6 times x plus 3. That's going to equal to 5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of simplification we need to do here. So let's do this. Ready? Let's distribute this first. So we'll get 4x plus 12 and 7x minus 42. All of this is going to be over. I'm going to multiply this out already. So that's going to be x squared minus 3x minus 18. And that's going to equal to 5 over 1. Oh, 5 over 1, not 51. All right. Now we simply cross multiply. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to cross multiply here. So we'll get 5x squared minus 15x minus 90. And that's going to equal this stuff simplified. So let me move this over just a little bit because I'm not going to have room. Okay, 4x plus 7x is 11x. 12x minus 42x is minus 30x, or just minus 30. So now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 11x and add 30. So subtract 11x and add 30. These all cancel to 0. And this will give me negative 60. This will give me negative 26x. And that's just 5x squared. Now again, I'm going to go use Desmos because Desmos is going to be a nicer way, or not nicer, but it's just a different way. And again, you could do this outside of class. So go to the graphing calculator, and we'll put that 5x squared in the calculator. I believe it was minus 26x, and then minus 90? No, minus 60. Minus 26x minus 60. Minus 26x minus 60. Minus 26x minus 60. Bam. Now, with Desmos, this is how easy it is. You just go over here, and it gives you the answer right away. And then you go over here, and it gives you the answer right away. You don't have to do any kind of menus or anything like that. So there's your answers. Negative 1.731 and 6.931. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be giving you homework on this coming shortly.